Hey guys, I'm Hiva Asafasiri with Heevit Packaging from Ventura, California, and I'm here today with Jack Wilson of Box Latch Products in beautiful Grand Junction, Colorado at Enstrom Candies. We're here today to talk a little bit more about Box Latch and kind of the evolution behind it and some of the thought process with the COO and head of product development himself. So, Jack.
Well, I'd like to say we're here at Enstrom because they're using over 20,000 of our box latches in their operation.
That's right.
And we're here to do some filming of that product, but we're having a little interview with Hiva at this time.
Yeah, and they've had some great success here at Enstrom, and we're kind of curious as to like digging in a little deeper and finding out, well, what does that actually look like with the box latch? So,
well,
Jack.
you know, it's interesting. Thanks, Hiva.
Yeah.
I've been an inventor for a number of years. And people say, well, how did you come up with the idea of a box latch? And true story, I was a judge in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin.
Okay.
There were about 40 different tables with display items out of various items for inventions. Mm-hmm. And I went through and judged them all, but there was one that really came to mind that wasn't because it was good. It was because the individual that had the product looked like he really needed a friend. And I was raised that if you ever have see somebody that, like a fish out of water, doesn't feel comfortable, go make a friend. So I went back and met with the individual, and he was 84 years old. He had patented a product 2 times.
Okay.
And it was called Box Tight, and it was screwed on the box like this, and taken off the box, and a three-part roll. And he said to me, I patented this twice. I really think I'd like to bring it to market. Could you help me bring it to market? Mm-hmm. At the time, I knew nothing about Box Tight or boxes or the market for them. And I said, well, let me do a little research. And in that research, I found that the first patent for a product to close boxes without the need for tape was in 1909.
Is that true?
1909.
Wow.
And there's probably another 15 or 20 besides his invention that were patented, but I'd never seen a product that came to market. So that was very interesting. Why hadn't a product come to market? Many times patents are made and only 2 or 3% of patents are actually reach the market. The second thing is I learned that 9 out of 10 boxes, or 90% of boxes, are used one time. So I thought, oh my.
That's incredible.
Yeah, if there's a way to create a system to close boxes without destroying them, like tape, staples, strapping, banding, folding the corners, it maybe have a great financial and environmental benefit as well. So that's how I got started, and as we worked through an arrangement, I thought maybe we could make a business deal, and the individual, John Bartsmith.
Yeah, take this apart a little bit for us. Let's see, what does that look like?
It's 3 parts. And anyway, John really felt this is the product that he wanted to bring to market, and in 3 pieces. And I said, I just don't think that there's a market for it. However, I did end up viewing it and saying, okay, now this makes kind of an I-beam image. Well, you can see it's a lot easier when you don't have 3 parts, but an I-beam kind of image.
Okay.
And so my first thought was that we were going to have to extrude it like you do sausage,
right,
and we'd have to cover the whole length of the box.
Ah, look at that.
In that, what we did, so we ended up with a 20-inch box. We cut it at 20 inches of length, or 18 or 16.
Right, however long you needed it.
Yeah, and then we realized probably all we needed was something in this vicinity of length to close the box. Mm-hmm. However, the real problem with extrusion is you don't have much quality control. We still had to cut it. We learned that if we changed the reception angle for the box, it would help bring it in. And so this was an injection molded product, and this was a extruded product. So we knew that we had to go to.
So this was more first generation.
Yes, that was
the first generation of the box latch here.
Yeah, basically we spent 9 months in R&D looking at the extrusion method, and then realizing we didn't need to make anything quite that long or sophisticated.
Right.
And so the next step was to make a product called what's our Box Latch Medium right now. And that was basically the same shape, but slipped right between the flaps of the box. Close the box without the need for
a little more refined.
Yeah, everyone popped out. It's everyone is the same. That was made with a single wall box in mind.
Okay.
And as we made that product, we were fortunate enough to get a request to send samples to Toyota Parts in East Germany, in Belgium. Yes. And when they received it, they liked the idea a great deal, but they said, we need something to accommodate wider boxes, wider thickness. So we developed our...
Like a double wall box.
Yeah, a double wall box, exactly. So we developed our Box Latch Large.
Okay.
Same basic design,
right,
but industrial strength and a taller I-beam that you can see to accommodate a wider box.
Okay.
So when we did that, and that box can be put on the same exact way. One of the things that happened in the process is that was how I thought they would be put on, but I ended up visiting a factory using our box latches, and they said, well, this is how we put them on.
Yeah.
So kind of like upside down, they didn't need a label, but it's very easy to put on that way. In industrial usage, probably 80% of our box latches are put on in what we call our push-on method instead of the slip-in method.
And we even found during our little tour around Enstrom today that is in fact how they put them on. They'll snap them on one side, and then when they close the box, it's just very kind of a traditional closing style. So it ends up working really well for them.
It was a fortunate thing. The other thing is that you can see in our Box Latch Large, we have a couple holes.
Okay.
And one of the reasons we put the holes in it is if we wanted to hang it on a peg, like a retail sale type of thing, all it would have to happen is a UPC code put on the back of it. No packaging needed from that standpoint.
Right, just the label.
Yeah, as well as the user. But I'd already been playing with a concept of how could we keep the box latch attached to the box.
Okay.
And so
you don't lose track of it, or it doesn't fall off?
Yeah, it doesn't fall off during use or that kind of thing.
Okay.
And we'd had a number of companies that said that might be really something valuable. So in that process of developing the whole, as I said, we'd already done some playing, but we developed an anchor system to utilize that. And so now the box latch can be attached right to the box and during the shipping
and all it leaves
process.
is a little hole.
Yeah, very, very small dot. And so we have companies that use with 2 box latch anchors, box latch with 2 anchors. We also have companies that use it with just 1 anchor. But it's that simple to open, close the box, and the box latch stays right with it during that process. So that's the development of the Box Latch Medium and the Box Latch Large. Box Latch Large with 1 anchor, 2 anchors. And again, one of the things we learned is if you listen to your customers, they'll really tell you what you need to develop and what isn't in the market.
Absolutely.
And so we were fortunate enough to meet with several companies that said we really would like something to hold box flaps open. And checking on the market, there really wasn't much available. So we developed what we call, and this is our newest product, it's called the Box Latch Corner Clip. And it just slips right in the corner of the box to hold the boxes in an down and open position.
Okay.
And normally we put those on before we put any contents into the box.
That is so handy for filling, for getting stuff out of the box, don't have to constantly mess with the flaps.
One of the other things that we realized is that there's nothing on the market that'll allow boxes, empty boxes, to be stacked. So you can see we developed a rim so a second box can fit right on top of this box, 3rd box, 4th box, 5th box, and basically instead of having your boxes on a horizontal plane, you can stack them on a vertical plane.
You can stack them vertical with the flaps open.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you can do that in slow time, make them and stack them, and then when you're ready to use them, they're already made and ready for use.
Yeah, and as with the flagship product, the Box Latch, you can just take these off and reuse them over and over.
Taken off, almost indestructible, so simple to put on. One of the things I'll also say is you can see we have two different colors here today. The black, our black products are made from pre-consumer recycled plastics. So environmentally, we're already dealing with a recycled product. When we go to color, we make a neon green, a yellow, a red, and blue, and all those we have to use virgin material to get a color.
To get the color.
Yeah, the same.
But they come in all flavors.
They come in 5 different flavors.
Excellent.
And so it's a pleasure to have the opportunity to be at Enstrom today and see 20,000 of our products in use. And one of the questions they had is, do they work in freezers? Because they freeze their candies. And yes, they work very well in freezer.
Yeah, we were in there earlier in a negative 10-degree freezer. Fahrenheit.
Another thing about our products is that they're dishwasher safe from a sanitation standpoint.
Okay.
They can take the heat of a dishwasher as well as the freezing temperatures.
For different applications, they come in contact with oils or
Yes.
greases, things like that. Okay, that's great. Well, what a great opportunity to get to discuss the Box Latch and some of the history behind it, the evolution. I think it's a great idea. I mean, it's so simple. Often the best ideas are so simple, right? Not much can go wrong here with this. And
well, it's
so many
interesting
uses.
you talk about simple because now that we've developed it, it is simple.
Yeah.
But it wasn't simple to make it simple. And so the old expression, keep it simple, stupid, but you have to figure out how do you make it simple. And that's what we've done with our products, is make them so that anybody can use them. We're also looking at this product being robotically inserted, so that'll be one of the next steps with this
So
product.
simple, intuitive, a wise investment,
Reusable, hundreds to thousands of times.
environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Jack, thank you so much. What a great
Appreciate
opportunity.
the opportunity to meet you here.
Yeah, thanks guys.